Investment Challenge Day 16. Two companies today, SaltX and Fastout, two popular companies among the smaller investor maybe. Starting off with SaltX. They store energy in salt. That's the business model. And they say they have three major business areas. One is gas-operated heating pumps. They call this area Heat Boost. And then the heat-driven cooling. That's the Verdak. And I'd say that's like delivery trucks that needs to keep the load cool. And then this thermic sun catcher. I don't know if sun catcher is the right English word, but you know what I'm talking about, the big solar panels thing. And then if you read the report, they say that the new area they focus on is the energy store itself, and they call this EnerStore. So four branches of this business, and the market cap right now is 750 million, something like that. So the what's different between what's out there today, or most of what's out there today, to have the gas pump, for example here, that means that the pump can run even if the gas burner is turned off, and this will save energy. It'll be about 50% less energy consumption. It's their own numbers, but I think that could be somewhere around that. And the same goes with the solar panels. It should be able to generate energy even if the sun is not shining, which is, if you live in Sweden or Denmark, a very, very good thing if you're thinking about the solar panels. So this was not too long ago we had the IPO of this. And you see the stock was really low. I think it was around 2 kronor or something like that. It almost went straight down. And then recent couple of weeks had a really big upswing. And where is this coming from is my question. And if you read the report, they're starting to work with Rheem, Oak Ridge, and mobile climate control, and this is considered like a good potential for profit. But they also stopped working with GE Appliances and ETI, so I don't know which one was the best, or if this is even a good thing. So I cannot see anything really that says that this should continue up like this. I feel that the valuation is kind of strained at this moment. Lower down, I think this is a really promising field. So at a cheaper price, I'd say this is probably okay, but I think it's a little expensive now, even if the potential upside is enormous. So but the case here, I think they do the business model really in a good way. They develop and license this product. I think that's the way to go. And I like the product. We need something that's more environmental friendly. I think they're doing the right thing when focusing on a couple of different areas of business, but without those being too far apart from each other. So I like the company. So the only risk I see here is, they speak a lot about patents, but I think it's going to be hard to protect something like this, because this not storing energy in salt. This is not their invention. This is widely known. And they have competitions that do very similar thing, like Solaris or Hello Technics. And there's also other ways to store energy. We have the hydrogen and flow batteries, and lots of ways to store energy. So I don't know if the salt is going to be the major one. And I don't know if they are going to be able to protect their way to store energy in salt, even if we do decide that salt is the way to go. So that's the risk I see here. If this stock comes down, I'm probably interested in buying this around 10, because I think it's promising, but I think the valuation is kind of expensive. Nothing really happened with the company that explains why it's so expensive at this moment. So I cannot buy these levels, and it's very possible that I'm going to regret this if this really catches on, but I'm looking for it to go down. I'll pick it up cheaper if I can. And then there's Fastout. They are flying drones and taking pictures and videos, and they specialize in this 360-degree kind of pictures. and they're building up a really big library of pictures, and the 10,000 number is way back, so it's probably way bigger than this. Also a very small company, has a market cap of 62 million, and most of their clients are real estate brokers, both private and commercial real estate. And what happened here in the stock, you can see this is kind of a new company as well, IPO'd in January this year. And then we had a Swedish law, or a verdict of a law, that said that if you equip your drone with a camera that's able to record, this is considered surveillance, and you need a permit to do this. And basically that put this company out of business, more or less, because the business model is based on setting up drones to take pictures. But I don't think this is going to be the case for so long, because it doesn't really make sense. It makes sense that a private person like myself, I cannot send up drones and take pictures in any way I like. That's privacy intrusion, I'd say. But a company could be able to apply for a permit and be approved to be able to do this, and I think that's what's going to happen. And the law, or the proposition to change the law, that will kick in 2018, they hope, but I think this will be resolved way faster than that. I think this definitely will be solved in 2017. We have a couple of more companies that are very affected by this in a negative way, so we have to resolve it. So the case here, I think there's kind of a decent upside potential if the law is reserved. If you look at the crash here, it almost went down to nothing at all, and it went back up again, so it's not really far from where it IPO'd. So I think it's kind of priced in that this company, it will be resolved. I think we already priced that into the price. And even if it doesn't get resolved, or as they hope, there are other markets besides Sweden. They're already in Norway doing some business there. They always also speak about the virtual reality aspect of this, and I think that could be kind of cool if you're able to do some kind of air footage where you can actually be in virtual reality. So I think that's also kind of good potential here. And if they do, they want to build this enormous database of pictures, like mapping the Earth from the air. And I think if they do succeed to get some really big deals out there and be the one company that provides this service, this is just going to be enormous. So big risk, but also kind of big upside. The risk, again, we have other companies could very well do the same thing. So this is all about the agreements they get with companies. Because more or less I could buy a drone tomorrow and start doing the same thing. They do not build drones in a specific way. They don't have this super advanced software. Anyone could basically do it. So it's all about the agreements that you are able to get. And they've been doing a decent job of this so far. And then also I kind of wonder what's going to happen when, if your client is a real estate agent, and they take pictures of a house or a big real estate for a company, then you have those pictures, and there's no real apparent need to take more pictures. So maybe you become a one-time customer, and that's not really a great business model if you don't have a really good margin on this stuff. So I kind of wonder where the money should come from long term. But this could also be kind of interesting, because the evaluation of, even if they're not making money at all, 62 million is kind of cheap for a company that could potentially be big. So both of these are kind of interesting, but not buying. SaltX, I would like to buy cheaper. Fastout, I want to see some more agreements. I want to see them actually make money from Norway, and see what's going to happen in Sweden. So with the risk of missing out on the Fastout as well, I'm currently outside. And that's it for today. There'll be more companies tomorrow.